The massacre in Solhan was really a turning point. There's been attacks all over all the time, but this was the first time since I've been reporting on the country that anyone had said there were children involved in an attack. Children are being more and more implicated and affected by the conflict in the country. I'm Sam Mednick, a freelance journalist for Al Jazeera based in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso. And between us, this was a rare glimpse into the terror that's been impacting this country for more than 5 years. It was a Friday night into the morning of Saturday the 5th, around 2 o'clock in the morning. Gunmen came in, they started at the mining site and they were shooting, screaming. The fighting then went into the town, just a description of mayhem and chaos and horror. The man that I spoke to, who was on top of a bus the entire time, he told me that he just remembers what was going through his head. He could have jumped off and tried to run away from the jihadists, but he figured he was going to be killed and he wanted his family to at least be able to find his body and bury him, so he decided to stay there. It's rare that you get to speak to someone who's been through an attack like this. It was hard hearing that children were involved. One woman told me that at least 7 children came to her home, surrounded her, so young and so small. The guns were so heavy for them, they couldn't hold them. They were chanting Allahu Akbar, which means God is great in Arabic, but many of them couldn't even pronounce the words because they were so young. Civilians I spoke to put the death toll at 160 people. They were still finding bodies in mining shafts weeks afterwards.
Si un Burkinabé a des problèmes, c'est comme tous les Burkinabés qui ont des problèmes. Vraiment, on est vraiment découragé de la situation.
The United Nations included the impact of children in their report, which signifies how concerning it is that children are being more targeted. It's a growing trend and it's a growing concern. I've spoken to child soldiers in South Sudan and in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The children that I spoke to said that they were forcibly abducted either at school or near their home. They would have to carry heavy equipment for the commanders or work as cooks. Often they were sent to the front lines. Some of them were injured. These children are traumatized, and being with these armed groups, they described it as a horrendous experience for them. The violence in Burkina Faso spilled over from Mali, which began in 2012, and in Burkina around 2015, but it really started escalating in 2019. There's 2 main groups operating in the country. One is the Al-Qaeda-linked group called JNIM, the acronym, and then the other one is the Islamic State for the Greater Sahara, which is connected to ISIS. When I speak to military officers, they just say that they are having a really hard time containing it and that the jihadists are everywhere and they're spreading really quickly. Burkina Faso is in a dire situation and things are getting worse. Reports put the number of internally displaced people between Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso at 1.7 million.
On a décidé de quitter là-bas pour venir ici parce qu'ils sont venus tuer 12 hommes à côté de nos voisins.
People want to go home, to go back to their families. It's been challenging watching the situation degrade and quite rapidly in the past nearly 2 years. People they're shaken up by this completely, and they really want things to change, but are not sure that that's going to happen anytime soon.